Hello everyone, Be Asian Dad here. Today we're here to do a review on the Microsoft Surface Pro 6. This is one of those laptop replacements that is like a tablet that actually have a keyboard cover that you can just clip on, and then it becomes a laptop itself where you can type. And of course it has a kickstand, so you can use here. These products are actually quite good for when you're using on the run, or if you're using on the lap, or even on the plane, because of the kickstand. So instead of actually having all the components itself sitting on the base of the computer laptop itself, and the heat produces here, which becomes quite hot, that it actually is now located all on top there. So they're fantastic in a travel sense when you're working on the run. I'm just going to run through all the ports that this Microsoft Surface 6 has got. So on the side here we have the mini display port. We have one USB 3 port with the Microsoft proprietary power itself, and then there's just a speaker there. I've got the type cover plugged into there, and on the other side again that's the speaker port, and a headphone jack down to the other side, and then we have the power button and the volume control buttons, and that is all you get on the sides itself. Now around the back here, underneath the flap itself, you'll see a little indent down here, a little hole. This is where you actually can put a micro SD card, so it's good to actually expand your Surface itself with extra memory here. Say you put your pictures, your media stuff that you don't require to be super fast, it's good to put in here itself. Now the pen feature on the Microsoft Surface is well known to be really advanced compared to its competitors. Also found that the actual Microsoft pen is also much easier to pair as well too. So here's a brand new one here. I've already just gave it a quick tab off here. So this is the Microsoft pen. All it comes is just the pen itself. And then of course underneath I guess it's just going to be documentation. Yes it is. But let's put it to the side. So this is a brand new pen. All to do to pair this thing is basically, all you do is get close to the screen itself. After a while, you see it's already moving the pen there, but it's pretty much paired straight on the spot. Now if you don't have it paired automatically, you need just to go to Bluetooth settings down here, add a device, add a Bluetooth device down here, click on Bluetooth, and all you do is hold down this button. Now and down here you will also see, I'm just going to try and find, here it is, sorry, it's hidden underneath the thing. Down here you'll see a LED light itself that will start blinking, and as you can see it just come up here. So you can click on comparing, and that will pair the actual Bluetooth device. The other good nice feature of the pen itself is that there's magnets across the side, and it will hold the pen itself. That's on both sides itself, and it's actually quite strong. So, but again, the lag on this machine is really low. So in terms of writing wise, if you want a tablet that write on, this is definitely a really good one to have compared to its competitors itself. The device itself is held by magnets by the keyboard. So there's two stages. There's your first stage which clips onto the device, the bottom of the device, and then the second stage clips onto the bottom half of the device itself. Now it would be nice if get this magnet itself upgraded and to be a much stronger magnet itself, although it looks to be from this version they have increased it a little bit more, but still I have had customers who've still complained that this likes to disconnect a lot if they're using on their lap when they're typing quite hard on this, or in a very tight space itself. This is still on a much higher low angle, this likes to still pull off itself. Now one of the limiting functions of the Surface is its BIOS. It's a pretty basic BIOS itself. So now to actually get into it, you press and hold the volume up key and press the power button, and just keep holding the volume up key, and then you'll see it gets into its BIOS itself, or UEFI. And as you can see, it's just a very quick, all you can really do is its information, change the password if you want to put up password, or boot. It's secure boot, and there's only a few very basic functions of turning on and off different parts of the device itself. The boot function is where you're trying to do Pixie boot, and you do need, of course, either adapters or docking station for it, and of course the time itself. As you can see, it's a pretty basic BIOS. So one of the nice features of the Surface Pro is its kickstand. Its angle can go quite wide itself. So this one here is a Dell Latitude 5285. See, that's its maximum angle there. And this is the Surface Pro 6. And as you can see, as you go down, actually goes quite below there, quite more than what the Dell can do. So this is good for if you're working off maybe on your lap, or even on the plain tray table itself is nice. You'll also find that the Surface is thinner as well. So I've got both of the covers on. The Surface is this one on this side, and the Dell is this one over here. As you can see, it's probably a few millimeters thinner, and it's also lighter as well. You can definitely feel the difference there. Here we have the 512 gig version, and it was quite easy to image, but we found in the past with the 1 terabyte version, Microsoft have actually split the hard drive into two 512 gig hard drives, and so when you do try to do the imaging process through Pixie boot or USB boot, you need to make sure you set your task sequence to disk 1 instead of disk 0. The other thing we found with these Microsoft Surfaces is they're not serviceable. With these, if anything goes wrong, even including small things like, for example, in the kickstand itself, if there used to be rubber bits there, no longer in this one here, but basically anything small parts of this will have to be sent back to Microsoft, and they'll give you a refurbished unit itself back to you, which means, again, you've got a whole bunch of data problems where you've got to actually back up your data, if you can back up the data, because you're beginning another computer itself. The other thing I've found from supporting the Surface Pro 6 is when these things are connected to a docking station and you have two external monitors connected to it. Now, we've had multiple display issues where it will only display on one screen, and the second one will either not display or be very fuzzy, or has issues with blinking, and just multiple problems with display with the two screens itself. But if you're working off one screen, external screen, it seems to be no problems at all. I probably would recommend these for personal use, but in a sort of corporate or business organization, these things are not as nice to use and to support as well. Anyway, if you like this video, please smash that like for me, and just remember, the imperfections makes life beautiful and interesting. We'll see you next time.